Good morning, grade 3. I welcome you to a new social studies lesson, and today we are going to read lesson 4 natural resources. There are two objectives in today's lesson. First of all, you'll be able to define what are natural resources, list them down in their usage, and then you will be able to differentiate between living and non-living, renewable and non-renewable resources. So don't worry about these vocabulary words. As we read the lesson, we're going to go through all of those words together. So let's read this paragraph here. The naturalist John Muir wrote, "So extraordinary, that means amazing, is nature with her choicest, that means best, treasures. The treasures Muir wrote about can still be found today. They are Earth's natural resources." So, what's a natural resource? Here's your definition. A natural resource is something from nature and that people can use, such as trees, water, and soil. Many of Earth's choicest treasures are found here in the United States and here in Qatar, our country as well. Our resources. Forests cover a lot of land in the United States. Trees, a natural resource, are used to build houses, to make furniture and paper, and to burn for heat. Another natural resource is the land itself. The soil of many states in the United States is rich. Rich soil allows people to grow many crops. For example, cotton is grown to make clothing. Cows, chickens, and other animals are also raised in farmland. And these animals, livestock is also a natural resource, right? Let's read this paragraph here. Water. Water is another natural resource. People use water for drinking, watering crops, and fishing. Other natural resources are found underground. These are called minerals. Gold, iron, copper, and salt are some of Earth's many minerals. Great. So on this page, we read about the natural resources found in the United States, right? Trees, land itself. Then, when you farm that land, you grow your livestock. So, all these animals are natural resources. Water is a natural resource, and so are minerals. Great. Let's go to the next page. Let's look at the types of natural resources. So, there are different types of natural resource, and here we're going to look at the definitions of two very important terms: renewable and non-renewable resources. So what's a renewable resource? A renewable resource is one that can be made again by nature or people. That means if you have a tree or plants, these are renewable resources. When a tree is cut down, new trees can be planted. Same goes for wild animals such as fish that are also renewable. People just have to let the fish populations stay steady by not fishing too much. Um, so yes, wild animals and fish are natural resources that are renewable, but people have to take care by making sure that there is enough population. You can relate this to the salmon that we saw trying to jump around back from the dam that was built, and then we discussed how we can grow an outlet where where these fish can go back swim and lay eggs, thereby increasing their population. So there you go. Fish are renewable resources. Perfect. Let's look at the non-renewable resources. Well, non-renewable, non means cannot. So non-renewable resources cannot be made again quickly by nature or people. Minerals are non-renewable resources. It might take thousands of years for Earth to replace a mineral that has been used. Many fuels, such as coal and oil, are also non-renewable resources. Now, what is a fuel? A fuel is a natural resource that is burned to make heat or energy. And we're going to look at these resources in depth in the upcoming slides. Great. So remember, renewable resources, trees, plants, animals, and non-renewable or minerals, fuels, you exhaust them, then it takes thousands of years for the earth to build them back again. Great. So let's look at living and non-living resources. Well, the name says it all. Living resources are plants, trees, wild animals, and non-living are water, metals, soil, and minerals, right? So non-living and living resources. Great. You can see this picture here. That's oil being dug out from an underground well. We're going to talk about it in the next slide. Let's talk about the natural resources here in Qatar. We know that oil and natural gas is one of the most important resources in Qatar. You can always pause the slides and read it through, right? So we know oil is one of the major revenue producers here in Qatar. So is natural gas. Qatar is one of the major supplies of natural gas in the world. Fisheries as well. There is this emergence of oil and gas industry due to which fisheries were not really taken into accountability, but Qatar is working on it. In fact, there is this up-to-date news that Qatar's government has promoted fishing of Qatari sea bass, and there are fish farms that are using one of the high-tech technologies in the region to produce local Qatari sea bass, right? So that's going to add into the government revenues. Other resources are helium. Qatar is one of the major producers of helium. That's the gas that you find in balloons that go all the way up to the ceiling. And uh, it produces 20 million cubic meters per year. So this is about natural resources in Qatar. And you can see that oil and natural gas, these two here are non-renewable resources, right? And fisheries and other resources are renewable. Great. So this is it for today. Grade 3. I want you to read through this lesson. And if you have any questions, please do not forget to post it in the comments. Best of luck, grade 3.